Hi everyone, Nathan Nemmer here from Mighty Lancer Games. Welcome to this evening's stream where I'm just finishing off this Axolotl from Reaper Miniatures. And Mrs MLG is just making a start on some more awesome pumpkins from Green Stuff World. Hi to everyone in chat. I can see Wicked D, Pete the Hydrator, V-Man Aqua, and I think there must be some other people there lurking. Hi Naz, how are you doing? So I've just put a little bit of pinky wash on the flesh on this chap. So I'm just going to put him to one side while that dries. And what we're going to do next is work on this dude. So first of all, I'm going to tidy this ground area up on here. And then we're going to mix some of this Instar Spectrum Purple Shift paint in with a couple of other colours, and we're going to do the Beetle himself. But we're going to do the ground first, and then do the Beetle over the top. So what I'm going to do is I've got a whole selection of browns here. I'm going to use these to sort this ground out.
Did you hydrate?
I did. Did you?
I can't reach it. It's over here. See?
Okay.
Wobbly hydrate. I hope everybody else is hydrating as well when we do. Keep you all hydrated.
Yeah, we're on water this evening.
I'm always on water.
Not progressed to alchemy yet.
Yet?
Yeah, it was a bit early, wasn't it?
So tonight, as you already know, but we'll just say it again just in case. So we stream at 7 tonight, and then we head over to Goblin Squire at 8, who I haven't actually seen is on, but I am assuming is. But we're here now, so yay! Tony says, that sounds like a dance, Nathan, doing the Beetle.
I bet I'd be rubbish at it. I've got 2 left feet.
He has, yeah. And Wicked D says that she likes the addition of yet. And then Sharon's talking in foreign language, who knows perfectly well I can't even read English. So there's no hope. And V-Man Aqua's highlighted a message, so it's in bright purple on my screen. I don't know if it's on purple on anybody else's screen. It says, ooh, I have a super serious question. Uh-oh. I need a whole set of small chess pieces for a campaign prop. Does anyone know where I can have custom chess pieces made out of metal or stone? Wowzers. That sounds like it's going to be a very expensive endeavour. And Sharon says, I'm just saying good evening. There's no offence meant, Sharon. I'm just not very good at the old reading malarkey.
Unfortunately, I don't, because one thing that we've looked for recently is somewhere that we can get some cool chess sets for the shop. Just standard chess sets that we might be able to get to sell in the shop, because occasionally we do get asked for some of these other kind of more traditional games, chess and checkers, and a lady came and asked if we had Mahjong today. But I don't know where we can get them from, because every time we try and find them so we can stock them, we just seem to draw a blank, don't we? It's
either none of the distributors sell them, or a specialist chess place, and they're ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
Sharon says she doesn't know either for the chess. Wicked D says it's purple on her screen as well. And now says a dance wearing Beetle crushers. Beetle crushers.
I guess I would maybe point you in the direction of Etsy and see if you could find somebody on
some
there.
handmade ones might be your best option. Yes, V-Man Aqua. Somebody making them, so like an Etsy or something like that. Sorry.
But we know from experience that they tend to be extremely expensive.
Now it says, can't you make a chess set out of Reaper Minis? You could certainly make Reaper Minis into chess pieces for a chessboard. It'd have to be quite large, but I think Theme and Aqua wants a custom size for the campaign, if I'm reading that correctly, rather than miniature size. I might be wrong, but that's how I read it.
Yeah, I know a couple of people have made chess sets out of some of the Reaper Minis.
Oh, sorry, Vimanako says, I certainly could, but Reaper Minis wouldn't be made out of stone. That's true. You could paint them to look like stone, but they wouldn't be made out of stone, no. You could paint them to look like stone and then put some weights or pennies or something in the bases to make them heavy, to give them a heavier feel. I apologise, Vimanako. I thought you were, Annas, I thought you wanted smaller than mini-sized chest pieces. I apologise.
Right. So normally I would paint ground underneath my minis in grey and dry brush it and what have you. But this guy, seeing as he's going to be predominantly black anyway, I didn't want it to all look so out of place. Or all look the same, shall we say, all look the same. So I'm going to go for a brown ground and base on this mini, and then I may change the tone of it later, depending on how the mini itself comes out, because I'm not really sure what it's going to finish up looking like. I'm going to experiment this evening, experimenting so you don't have to.
Hey, that's my line.
I know, I nicked it because it was good. To see what this stuff is like. So we're going to let that dry, and then we'll give that a little bit of dry brushing over the top to lighten it up before we dive into the thing, into the next colour. So it shouldn't take too long for that to dry before we move on. There's a free hydrate for you. Oh.
Free hydrate.
I know. Right then, so let's do a little bit of leather brown on ash over here, because not quite ready for the axolotl back yet. So I'm going to use some Reaper Russet Brown, and I'm going to get my super dinky brush out.
Yes, that's the... Vimanako said there would have to be a very small base for every piece, so it would take some researching, but it would be possible. That was the problem with some of the people that we know have made actual chess boards sets from Reaper miniatures. They used, well, one of the people that we know used metal minis, but the chessboard itself had to be quite large because obviously they had to fit in the squares. So it was a larger than normal chessboard to fit on all the minis. I mean, everything is doable if you give it some thought.
Doing this for the noise.
Yeah, it's your noise. No, not that noise. That's just really loud.
There we go.
Is that made you feel better now?
Yeah.
You made a lot of noise there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oof.
Somebody's cutting their grass outside. That's making a lot of noise too.
Mm. So, this guy.
A guy?
This mini is...
the mini you're painting right at the bottom of your camera, that one?
Yeah, this one here. Yeah.
Hydrate! Everybody hydrate! Oh, and Pete has redeemed Wig Me. You know what that means. Actually, he's redeemed Wig Me and we can't see you. Oh!
What was that?
Oh, Reaper Miniatures is raiding with a party of 54. Hello, Reaper.
Good evening.
Hello,
Thank
Reaper.
you.
It's very nice of you to join us. We were just discussing how one of our people in chat, one of our people on Discord, Pete, has redeemed Wig Me and you can't actually see us. And I'd got wigs ready and then we don't even realise that you couldn't see us. How ridiculous is that? So, welcome raiders. I suppose we should tell you what we're doing. I mean, that might help, eh? So what are you doing over there?
So I am currently painting...
Nothing to do with Reaper currently. You did have Reaper in your hand a minute ago though.
I did. I am using Reaper paint though. This is
yes.
I'm using Russet Brown, my favourite brown. And this chap is Oakley from Hassle Free Miniatures, who is a very good representation of...
Thank you for the follow.
Ash from the Evil Dead movies. So here we go. I'll get in the middle. Whee!
What is that? Where are you going?
I don't know.
Stay still. Stay still. Stay still. There you go. Any point you want to stay still.
So a very good representation of Ash from the Evil Dead, but he's obviously for licensing reasons called called Oakley. So I'm just painting some leather on this little chap.
You'll have to show us your axolotl from Reaper Burns 5, which you were painting a couple of minutes ago.
I will. So let me...
I'm painting Killer Pumpkins from Green Stuff World. All these Killer Pumpkins and the entire Reaper range is available on our website, of course, mightylandsgames.co.uk, and we do very much love Reaper. But currently we are painting these two things for our Halloween Fun Day. On the 30th of October, we are having a Halloween Fun Day at the shop. It's free, fancy dress competitions and games to play, and these pumpkins and Ashy Slashy over there is going to be for one of the games that we are playing, a zombie skirmish, is that right? Have I got that
Zombie
right?
survival.
Survival. Oh, I see. I knew I'd get it wrong. As soon as I said it, I knew I'd get it wrong.
Yeah. So we're gonna run a participation game in the shop for people to join in and see how long they can survive against the zombie hordes.
Yeah.
So we've got a whole bunch of Reaper and Mantic Games figures. I've just realised that his shirt's torn and hanging down over his trousers there, and I've painted it brown. That's no good, is it?
I actually painted one of these pumpkins for my freebie for the RCL.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because we all join in the RCL. Everybody on our on the Mighty Lancy Games Discord enjoys the Reaper RCL. Well, most people, obviously. And this was one of these pumpkins, one that I painted previously, obviously, was for my freebie entry for the RCL.
So
Tony has gifted a subscription to Pete. Thank you, Tony. That is extremely kind of you. Thank you very, very much.
awesome. So here is my Axolotl Druid, I think it is, from Bones 5 that I've been working on.
Yeah.
And there we go. So Axolotl, and then also I will shortly be working on this, which we're going to do with some nice colour shifty paint. So this is the giant Rhino Beetle. So I'm going to be doing a little bit on him shortly. Try and flit around a little bit and do a few different bits and pieces throughout the stream. And then I've also got these that I'm working on over here. Some...
this one was mine that I painted.
Some cultists. There we go.
So, Kuminoko says, we can confirm that Mighty Lancer Games has a fantastic online shop. Thank you very much.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. Right then, where was I? I was...
You got distracted, my dear. You got distracted.
Yeah, I did. Right, let's put Ashy Slashy back over there. And then we'll get our Axolotl, and I think we'll do his base.
Okie dokie. And how are you going to do his base?
So I've done it in black, and then I'm just going to go over it lightly with some stone grey. Tiny little bit of that.
I'm using, in case anybody wants to know, Fireball Orange.
I love Fireball Orange.
From Reaper. I do like the Reaper paints. Use more Reaper paints than anything else. So I'm just...
Fireball Orange and the other one.
And the other
Burning Orange from the HD paint range. I like those.
Oh.
So this is one of my dry brushes. It's an old makeup brush. But it's got like a bit of a chiseled edge on it, so it's handy for getting in around feet and what have you. So we're just gonna, I suppose, stipple rather than dry brush a little bit of colour into the base, and then I've got some really tiny tufts. I'll just stick a couple of tiny little swamp tufts on his base as well once I've done this, and a lighter grey in weathered stone.
Yeah, so I was saying, it's really pointless that we had Wigme, and Pete has redeemed Wigme.
Well, we'll have to.
Can't see it.
We'll have to owe Pete wig me for tomorrow.
Yeah, that was a bit rubbish, that wasn't it, Pete? Sorry.
We'll cue it. We'll cue it up, and we'll start with the stream with the wig.
Yeah, I completely forgot that you can't see him on a Tuesday because I'm here too.
I did wonder why you were trying them on my head before we'd started.
Well, you
since
should have
it's not
said.
today. Oh, I just thought you were getting prepared for tomorrow.
You should have said it, then it would have made more sense. So I have just added little stalks to my pumpkins with Christmas wreath. Give them some little stalks. And now I am going to use Citadel Riser Rust.
Need to get my pokey tool out.
To oh, the sky outside is absolutely gorgeous. To add extra shiny, not shiny, bright, extra bright orange. So what is everybody else up to then? Are you all doing the RCL? What are you painting? Have you got anything left? I've actually done all mine for this quarter. I am very impressed with my little self.
You're very organised, aren't you?
That I've got them all done, and I can relax a little bit until October.
I've just missed
The only one I haven't done is the modification, because I don't like that one. I've only done that a couple of times. Not doing it this time.
You don't like chopping minis around, do you?
No. I can see the appeal, but it's not for me. I'm a new painter. I've only been painting since January, so chopping stuff up maybe in the future might come as a skill, but currently isn't a skill.
Sharon says that she's doing the cave troll for the competition. Are you doing the cave troll for the competition?
I will be, but I wanted to also use it as my RCL entry, so I'm waiting until next month. The old ones has followed, and so has Hasman. Thank you very much. That's what Mr MLG looks like. That little picture there.
Yay! Apart from I've got a big beard at the moment.
Oh, you have got? Yeah, you haven't got a beard on that one. So on a Tuesday, it's the only stream that we do where you can see me paint too. Normally, I'm just a voice in the background.
Disembodied voice.
Disembodied voice in the background. But now you can see my hands. On a Monday, Mr MLG paints at 8 o'clock UK time, and he paints a miniature from our Reaper subscription box that we do. And then if you get the subscription box, you can paint along. So that's always fun. And on a Wednesday at 8 o'clock, he just paints stuff that's on his desk, which is equally fun, and normally involves some Reaper, to be fair. I don't actually know what you're doing tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow?
I might do a couple of goblins.
And yeah, so there you go. So that's what we do. And then on Thursdays, we just play marbles for a laugh. There's no real reason to it. We just do. Tony is working on Outlook Mansion. Homage to The Shining. He's looking absolutely awesome. The pictures of that are up on our Discord and are looking really good. Really, really good. Conan says, wow, you only started in January. I did, yes, I only started in January. I had no idea. I thought you'd been painting for years. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. Yes, I started painting. I think I'd painted maybe 5 or 6 things in my entire life before January. You know, when I married this lovely man over here.
Yeah,
he was already a hobby person and had already been painting and playing games and doing all that malarkey for 30 odd years. And he's always said, oh, come on, give it a go, blah, blah, blah. And I've always said, no, it's all right, yeah, it's your thing. And so I gave it a couple, painted a couple of things just to keep him quiet. But then in January, I decided that I was going to try a paint a miniature a day, because I'm crazy. And so I started that in January, and I did quite well. I got into the hundreds with that, and then realised it was a bit nuts.
You're just taking on too much.
Yeah, painting a whole miniature a day. I started just painting tiny little things just to get them done, and that wasn't really teaching me anything. That was just getting stuff done. So I've also got my head in a cupboard trying to find something. So I changed it slightly because it was only for me. It wasn't a competition or anything like that. So I changed it to paint something a day. So put some paint on something. So if it's something small, like these pumpkins, like these 2 pumpkins I painted yesterday, these 2. But obviously, if it's something large, it might take me a couple of days. But I have still put paint on a miniature every single day this year. So we're on day, 263, I want to say, of me painting something. So yes,
you're doing awesome.
My hobby journey has been going for 263 days.
and you've got so much better as you've gone on as well, haven't you?
Well, I'd be pretty rubbish if I hadn't learned anything at all.
I know, but you're doing amazingly. Look at the pumpkins that you're doing there. They're awesome.
Like pumpkins. I'm not very good at people. I like monsters. Not very good at people. And I've still got loads to learn, obviously. But it's fun, isn't it? All you people that have been painting for years and realised it's just fun.
It's
so
awesome.
Yeah, so I tag all my little painty things with MLG365 as a hashtag across the social media. So if anybody's ever interested, then you can see all my nonsense that I've painted throughout the year. Oh, thank you, everybody. You're far, far too kind. I can't get yours to focus properly because it is so shiny. What have you got going on over there?
I'm just trying to get the base something like before I make a start on putting the colour shift on the Beetle's back. So I'm just adding a little bit of colour onto here, some different browns, and I'm just going to try a grey on there. So once we've done everything else, I'll stick a little bit of vegetation in here as well underneath him. Giant Rhino beetle. I don't know if I like this.
What?
The brown, because I normally do everything black and greys for bases, but then because the mini itself is going to be predominantly black, I didn't want it to look too all the same, like it all just merged into one item, you see. So I was trying to make it look a bit different, but I don't know if I like it.
Why don't you paint it and then see what you want the base to look like after it's done?
I know, but I was trying to do it the other way around, so I didn't end up getting paint all over the base, you see.
Ah. Wiki D is still working on their Mercury Flyer by Reaper. That's coming along really well. She was laughing at me earlier and saying that she needed my TikTok about painting eyes because she did like the eyes on hers. Even though it looks really good.
So I don't know if Reaper themselves are still here, but so the Mercury Flyer am I right in thinking that the Mercury Flyer and the Assassin figure have been cross-labelled? Because the Assassin figure is, or the one that's labelled as the Assassin is carrying a helmet under its arm like it should be the pilot. And the Flyer has a sword and a pistol, like it should be an assassin. But I'm not sure if that was intentional or whether they've been like mislabeled on the website and the packaging. Does anybody know? Right, so I'm going to leave that there for a second, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to try and mix some of this Colorshift. Purple shift, so this is an additive that we're going to add into some really dark purple. So we're going to use, I'm going to mix up a couple of colours. So we're going to mix, actually I'm not going to do that, I'm going to use some black indigo. What have I done with black indigo? I'm going to use the black indigo and mix this purple shift into it. That's what we're going to do. Right. So, never tried this before, never used this before. I don't know how much we need to add in, whether that's too much.
What is it? What do you actually have to do?
So, I have no idea, it just says shake well before use.
What is it?
It's a shift additive, so it gives you a purple sheen to your paint, so you can add it into whatever you want and it'll give you like a colour shift. So if you can see this here at the bottom of the thing, it's a bit shiny, but so adding into the blue indigo, black indigo, and it's giving us like a beautiful purple, like a metallic purple there. That looks amazing.
It's a nice colour. Let's hope it works.
Yeah, let's hope it works. And if it doesn't, well, yeah, it's cool anyway. Right then, so we're going to paint this onto the shell of the beetle. Oh wow, that's really purple.
Is it colour shifty purple though?
Oh, I don't know.
Experiments.
Yeah.
It's all experiment. What's because you're not talking? You're concentrating and probably holding your breath.
Yeah.
More pumpkins! Pumpkin. These ones, look at tiny pumpkin. What's that all about? Hello, little tiny pumpkin.
Kuronoko says they've tried this and you might need to get a couple of layers in.
Ah, well, we'll soon find out.
So we're putting it over the top of a glossy black undercoat, which I don't know whether that's correct for this stuff or not, but it's certainly correct for the Green Stuff World Colorshift paints. So I thought we'd best start with that, and at the end of the day, if it did go wrong, then I can resort to the Colorshift stuff.
So we sell this Insta, but we've never used it before. So we thought we'd have a go, and then at least we can tell people our findings and our thoughts. I like that colour though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Chat read a random full stop as a link. Yeah, I don't know if it actually takes you anywhere. No, it doesn't take you anywhere. Random. Good old chat. It's good like that. Wikid says that that she's been experimenting. I put a blue wash over the armour plate and now have re-highlighted with a grey, and I think I quite like the way it's come out. Awesome. It's always good to experiment. We like experimenting.
Yeah, I think that's looking
I
quite
really
cool.
like the colour. I don't know how, it's a bit hard to tell on the camera, to be honest. I don't know how colour shifty it is though. How colour shifty it is from your point of view.
Not a lot at the moment. I think we might need more than one coat.
Well, yeah.
But we'll
can.
we'll give it a couple more coats. I'm going to do the horny bit at the front. Leave that little bit of ridgeness in there.
Hi J-Star. J-Star says 30 viewers. I know, slightly up from our normal 6. Reaper very kindly came along and did us a little raid. And cool. Some of these lovely people have stayed. I know, It's amazing, isn't it? I'm surprised too. But here we are, stayed for our strange content of yakking on. And we're also experimenting over in the other screen. This is my screen, and over there we're experimenting with is it Insta?
Purple Shift, which Purple Shift and Black Indigo. Is it Black Indigo? Black Indigo. From Reaper. Yeah, well,
it's one of your favourites, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice, almost black, and then you can highlight it up to a nice kind of intense blue. It's cool.
And I'm just painting pumpkins.
You like pumpkins?
I know I like pumpkins. It's a good job, really, isn't it? Since I've been painting pumpkins for quite a while now.
Luminary Abyss says, my experiment today is painting a whole mini with a size 2 brush. Cool. How's that going?
And Beam and Aqua would like to ask you a question. Are you going to paint on the screen? Maybe that's the question.
Yeah, okay.
Go on then, Beam and Aqua. What is your question, my dear? So.
Yep.
So, yes. So I'm painting pumpkins. I'm actually running out of things to paint. I know. That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But I am.
Mrs MLG has got loads of things that she could paint, but nothing that she wants to paint.
That's not true. You have piles and piles of shame from 30 odd years. I have a little tiny pile from January that, as I paint them, is obviously going down.
Yeah.
So I actually don't have a lot of things to paint.
Paint some space.
Tia says, I can't decide if that sounds cumbersome or tedious depending on the brand of the size too. That's very true. Vimanako says, do you do commissions, my dear? This is a very simple answer to that one.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
The answer is no.
The answer is no. The answer is no, I'm afraid.
We've fallen into Vicar Dibley land.
Yeah, I'm afraid the answer is no. We just haven't got time for...
This is the only time he actually paints on stream. This is the only time he gets to paint, bless his little cotton socks.
Mrs MLG gets more time to paint than I do.
Tony says that Luminary, you'll never turn back now. Using a bigger brush is dreamy. Luminary says, I think it's neither. Just an exercise on brush control. Need to have a good pointed brush there. Yes. But Beam and Aqua, Hamish, who we will be raiding at 8 o'clock, hopefully, if he's actually on tonight, does commissions.
Yeah.
So certainly hit Hamish up if that's something that you're looking for. I have a few of my painted minis on our website, but that's just my silly little bit of the website.
It's that's more that you've painted minis that you like, and then.
Yes, I said that.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll shut up.
Okay. Wicked D says, please paint in the middle of the camera. Wicked D says, ooh, Mrs MLG, I know this awesome gaming store that sells awesome minis. I will get you a gift card for that. Oh, that sounds awesome, Wicked D. Thank you very much. Yeah, you think I would have a massive pile of shame, wouldn't you, seeing as how we do own a gaming store chocked to the rafters with minis. But no, I don't. No, I don't. I do actually need to go shopping, I think, and get some more.
Yeah.
I think this is a thing that needs to be happening. because I am actually running out of things to paint. And I know that Mr is over there going, no, she's not, but I am. He doesn't know what's in my box. He doesn't know. Sharon says, I quite enjoyed it, Tony. I thought it would have been more difficult. And Veman Aqua says, can she do commissions? Is that me? Am I the she? No, you wouldn't want me to, my dear. I've only been painting since January, and I only still learning. Luminary, as long as it got a decent tip on the brush, it really makes life a lot easier. I know you watch Veman Aqua. I know you watch Goblin Squire Veman Aqua because you're normally on there when I am. When you see Mighty Lancer on Twitch streams, it is me, because Mr will be at work. It's always just me chatting away there, putting in daft comments and stuff, talking to other streams. It's always me.
Some of our other Discord users are commission painters as well, aren't they?
Are they? Who have we?
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't Luminary Abyss do commissions?
Well, Sharon is in chat. I'm sure that if maybe if her commissions were open, she might have said.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Are your commissions open, Sharon, at the moment? I do need a new paintbrush though. My Humbrol paintbrush is starting to look a little bit worse for wear. I am, and yes, there you go, Veman Aqua. There you go. Another question, what do you guys do with your blemish figurines? I don't understand that question. Do you understand that? Have I not read it right? I might not have read it right.
No, I don't really know.
Sorry, I don't understand, my dear. What do you mean? How are you getting on with your colour shift over there? How's it going?
I'm just going to start with a second coat over the shell.
Do you not need to wait for it to dry?
It is dry.
Wow, that dried really fast. How's it going on? Is it nice and smooth?
It's beautiful, as you would expect, because it's based on a nice Reaper paint.
I do really like the colour. It's a very nice colour. My paint's not drying as fast as your paint. What's that all about?
It's very nice. It's very nice. So in terms of talking about paintbrushes, larger paintbrushes, so I really like this brush that I'm using here. This is the kind of brush that I use for doing most stuff. And this is a Green Stuff World 0 brush. But I would say that it is more akin to, say, a number 2 from other ranges, having compared them. It's certainly larger than most zeros I've seen before. But I use this for painting just about everything.
This is what my poor little humble brush is looking like at the minute. It's starting to decide it don't really want to paint anything anymore. But
different. I think somebody mentioned earlier on that.
I don't even know what size this is because it's worn off.
Yeah, different manufacturers' sizing is different, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Tony, wasn't it? Tony said. I think. Oh, and Sharon says that I think Sparky does commissions. So there's loads of people in our Discord that do commissions. Yeah. So these are the pumpkins. Put a bit of Tesseract Glow into their eyes. Obviously to make them glow. I didn't on the first one that I did. I don't know where he is. Lost him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Let's have a little look at this guy and see what the difference was. So this is the one that I did first. he's a bit more orange, to be fair. And he doesn't have glowy eyes. But then I thought that these ones looked like he was there. These ones look like they should have glowy eyes, so I gave them glowy eyes.
Oh, what was that? Thank you for following.
I'll let you read.
Synchronicity 3.
Thank you very much for the follow.
Thank you.
Beetle says figures that are broken or don't fit together quite right as such. I have a few that are missing arms and parts on their face. You mean our personal ones?
We have a large bits box that we use for conversions.
But if we have purchased them from somewhere for ourselves and they are broken, then obviously we get back in touch with the person we've purchased them from and say, "Why this is broken?" But if we've broken it, if it's fallen on the floor or something like that, then we either try and glue them back together, or they go in the bits box.
Don't know what I reckon. What do you reckon?
Well, let's have a look under my light and see if it looks different under my light to yours.
Do we know how much a rookie Michael Jordan basketball card is worth? I'm afraid not. Not really my area of expertise, I'm afraid.
It looks a lot more purple in real life.
It looks blue under your light, yeah.
It does, doesn't it? There's no colour changing now. It's just a shiny purple.
I might try painting some of the stuff on neat over the top and see what that looks like.
Just paint it on one half and see. Are you sure you're not meant to give it like a really thin coat?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just making it up.
I'm sorry. There you go. Have it back.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to leave it to dry for a little bit, I think, and then we'll come back to it. I might have another go at trying to do something with the base.
Wicked says it does look pearlescent, which I wouldn't say colour shift. Yeah, there wasn't. I couldn't see a colour shift when I held, in real life when I held it. It does look different on the screen than it does in real life. It's certainly a lot more purple in real life.
It looks like the old kind of Cadbury's purple, doesn't it?
Yes, it looks more like your palette than it did under my camera. But yeah, I couldn't really see a colour shift there. To be honest. So I painted these pumpkins with a mix of solid black and fireball orange. Mix them together to make this dark browny colour, which I'm quite liking at the moment. I'm quite liking this dark browny colour. It's like a greeny brown in real life. And I mix those two together to do a base coat. These are resin, so they have had grey primer on first. When I paint my Reaper miniatures, I tend not to prime them, much to most people's absolute horror. But because these are resin from Green Stuff World, I have primed them with grey primer first. They are grey when they come out of the packet already, so when I did prime them, they didn't look any different. But I did do it honest. Honest, Gav. Wicked D says there are some like ridiculously smaller than my fingernail pumpkins. There are loads of pumpkins in this pack. So you get all these and all these as well. I think we've only got one pack left there. Not in a go buy them in sales way, but I genuinely think we've only got one pack left. So yeah, they are cool. I do like them. It's the first time I've had a good look at them. Vicky D says, I see where you're going with the baseball card thing now. If those basketball cards are worth a ridiculous large amount of cash, then a rookie Mrs MLG mini will be almost priceless. Oh dear. Well, you are a silly sausage. You can just buy one of my minis on our website.
Yeah, there is some ready painted ones that Mrs MLG has put up for sale.
I have sold my Spirit of the Forest and my Scolder. They have sold. Which I was burst like, ooh, look.
So there we go. I'm going to call this little guy finished for now. So
sweet.
Yeah, there is my Axolotl Druid. I'm going to call him finished. If I can stop jiggling my hand around.
Yeah.
He's sorted. He's going to be my trio mini for the RCL for this month. There we go. So hopefully you all think he looks okay.
Oh,
she looks okay.
Your Beetle is for the large group submission, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is. Yep, dry. Let's.
Yes, I have a Ko-fi, but there's also some on just our normal website as well. They're all over the place. We discussed it. Me and Mr MLG discussed it because I made a Ko-fi just so that I didn't invade the website basically with my my things. And then he said, well, "What are you doing that for? We own a website. Why don't you just put some on?" So now I've got them in 2 places. Not the same ones, they are different.
Have you remembered to...
What did I just say?
Yeah, okay.
You were just going to ask me if I'd remembered to take off the ones that I had sold, but I didn't add the same ones onto Ko-fi as I did to the website. They are different.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, you see? Because I knew that I wouldn't remember.
I'm not sure I like this as much. Painting it on neat, it's
Well, you're not supposed to paint it on neat.
streaky.
I mean, you're not supposed to.
No.
But, you know, we're experimenting, so you don't have to. Don't paint it on neat, it looks daft. Yeah. This is like when you unboxed the army painter paints and painted the fairy dust, just whacked it on and then read the instructions and realised you're not supposed to do that.
No.
Or like Tony's favourite YouTube video of ours, where you put together a 5-year-old rated scale model without the instructions and fail miserably.
Yeah.
That was quite funny though. I mean, that was quite funny. It's for a 5-year-old. Of course I can do it. No, I can't. But, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to paint back over the top of that. I think that looks rubbish.
So are you showing us?
Yeah. So, see how streaky it's gone? Don't like that at all.
Yeah. So there you go. You're not supposed to paint it on neat.
Yeah, don't paint it on neat. It looks poop.
But, you know, we did know that. We just wanted to see what it looked like.
So, I'm going to have to give it a minute to dry. Before I can overpaint it again.
Oh, you are silly.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What can I do while I'm waiting for that?
Oh, you've got 1,000 things.
I know.
You can have a hydrate from Pete.
Yeah. Awesome. Right then.
Left then.
Yeah. There we go. Let's we can tidy up. Tidy up Ash a little bit, can't we? So I realised that I'd messed up a little bit on his shirt.
Yeah, what was that all about?
I don't know. We're going to sort it out now. So I'm going
to
use
it. What did you say that you've done?
I realised that he had a flap of material that's like dropped down off his shirt over the top of his trousers at the back. Here at the side, so like this area here off the side of his chest is like ripped and fallen down there, and I've just painted it as part of his trousers, so I'll fix that. That's what we're gonna do.
Sometimes it's difficult, isn't it, to see where things are. Like the smallest pumpkins in the world that I'm trying to paint now. What's the smallest thing anybody's painted? How small have you gone? What's the smallest thing you've ever painted? Do you know? Or is it you've always really painted larger things because you played Warhammer and stuff?
No. Well, we used to play epic Warhammer, so like 6mm tall Space Marines. We've done a few of those.
Was that fun?
Yeah, they're alright. They're like, as long as you're not painting hundreds of them, they're a good challenge.
Oh, the little chickens the other day, Sharon says. Yeah, I remember seeing them. So this pumpkin is rather small. Rather small. But, you know, at least I'm trying very hard to paint in camera. 0 scale eyes. Yeah, that definitely would be like my TikTok, wouldn't it, Tony? It has been funny, some of the responses I've had to my TikTok trying to assist me in eye painting. I'm like, I know.
Like the normal kind of replies that
funny.
you get.
What do you mean?
Well, when people tell you that you're doing it wrong.
Oh yeah, I do loads of stuff wrong. I'm fine with that. You know, I like constructive criticism. It's when people just go, "That's rubbish." You think, "Oh, okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day." I didn't want that anymore, quite clearly.
Where have you fired it to?
It's gone over there.
Did everybody see that on camera? I
can't get it back in now. I mean, it's not supposed to go in here, to be fair.
Are you going to identify that clip out of the thing so we can upload that to TikTok?
No. TLE says, I can't remember what they were called, but there's tiny fire demon things, Warhammer, that came to a base, so small I think my eyes crossed. Do you remember those, my dear?
Oh, Brimstone Horrors. Maybe. They're super tiny.
Tony says, I thank you. That Gollum meme was funny and perfect for the post. Rickety says, where did it go? I just looked back up and your handle was empty. It flew off. And TLE says, yes, those are the ones. It flew off across the room and went under the little thing over there near the radio. It just decided that it was bored. It didn't want to be hanging around with us anymore. Maybe they are really haunted. Maybe they are truly killer pumpkins. And they're trying to make an escape for it. TLE says, I did a set for the mister and then told him never again. Yes. Oh, I'll do that for. That was like me today. Absolutely nothing to do with miniatures though. For the Halloween fun day that we're having at the shop on the 30th of October, we obviously get dressed up ourselves. There is a fancy dress competition and we get dressed up ourselves. And this year, Mr. decided he wanted to go as something he'd never been as before. He wanted to go as a mummy. Now, I've always fancied going as a mummy, but I've never really thought of how I could make the costume. So we thought that we would get some thermals that we already own and some cheap bandages. And we would have a go. And today I started it, and I'm really, really, really regretting it. The cheap bandages that we got are absolutely awful. You wouldn't be able to dress a wound with them, that's for sure. They're just like made out of fluff. Absolutely rubbish. And they keep snagging on everything, catching on everything. You know, like, you may have noticed my nails are atrocious and I always break for my lack of vitamins. So all the little sharp bits, they kept snagging on them and being in right pain. And then they just kept sticking to each other. So, yeah, it's not going well. But we're still doing it.
And it looks awesome.
Yes, Beam and Aqua, the standard postage that the website will give you for abroad is that, yes. That's a flat rate though. If you ever want a custom quote where we pick your order and then weigh it and actually tell you how much it would really be, then just drop us a line.
It's because we've set the shipping rates for Europe and the rest of the world so high because postage costs have gone up so much that what we were finding was people were buying expensive things, heavy things really, like board games and stuff, and it was costing an absolute fortune to post some of these things outside of the UK, so we needed to address it. So that's what we do. We do custom shipping quotes by customer, depending on your location. And we don't make any profit out of that. It's just we charge it at whatever.
Yeah, so we pick the order, weigh the order, and then we can actually tell you exactly what the postage service is going to charge.
Yeah.
So we can do those kind of things.
So depending on where you are, if you're in the US, a single miniature would probably cost somewhere in the region of around £12 to £15 to post.
If the shipping was original, I'd already brought it and asked you to see it, box it up on camera. Like, the camera's here.
Yeah.
The postage station's at the shop. I'd be able to do like a little, it'd have to be extremely short for the Discord, wasn't it? Discord won't let you post long videos.
Doesn't it? I didn't even know you could post videos.
Yeah, they have to be really short, something like 5 seconds, because you have to pay for them to be longer, something to do with the size or something. I don't know. I don't know. You're not painting on camera at all.
It's really hard.
You all have to shout at him. You all have to assist me, because I'm not looking up either. Normally, as you all know, on a Monday and Wednesday I shout at him all the time. But when I'm trying to paint too, I can't see him. You have to be, oi, camera! We've tried all sorts, by the way. We've tried doing a cross on the workstation. I've tried telling him he's got to paint near that yellow blob. And he goes, yeah. And then he gets to painting, and obviously it gets closer and closer to his belly as he's painting. His favourite position for painting, close to your belly.
It's because,
Yeah, I know.
I'm clumsy and
You're not.
useless.
Oh, no, I never said that. You're the best.
Shucks.
Because it's difficult painting on camera. I know.
Right, we're gonna use some Games Workshop Citadel Colour Ultramarines Blue. I'm gonna do is touch up these bits on his shirt.
I don't actually know if Hamish is actually streaming tonight.
Yeah,
we might just raid over to nobody.
That'll be no good. Let's get a smaller brush.
Has anybody heard from him? Oh no, he says no stream for me for the next couple of days, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's no good.
He's got a cold. I have a cold. He's put it on Twitter, so it's not me reading out a personal message. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It don't mean you have to stop talking.
No.
I mean, we still will be going at 8.
Yeah.
But we just won't be able to raid over. So I'm going to use the Christmas wreath again. I really like the Christmas wreath as a green. Just to paint the stalks.
So, how many pumpkins have you painted?
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, tonight or in total?
Yeah, tonight.
Tonight, 2. 2.5. All I've done is talk. I haven't done any painting. I've just been yakking.
I see.
Yakety. Yes. Tony says, I'll put my Viking helmet away. Yeah, no raiding. We're not going raiding.
No, hope he feels better soon.
Yeah, I thought I hadn't heard from him. He normally pops into the Discord to say what he's painting. Cold's going around at the minute, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I know a lot of our staff in the shop have been affected.
Yeah, that just means you have to work more.
Yeah. It's most outrageous.
Oh, very derby. These pumpkins have got a lot of character.
I knew you'd like him.
I do like him. I like this guy. This guy's a skull. And he kind of half, I know he's a pumpkin, so just bear with me on this thought train. But he kind of half looks like, there's a tattoo that I've seen a few people have, where it's two cherries, but they're skulls. So instead of the cherries, there's skulls. And he kind of half reminds me of that. If you can actually see him. I'll try and actually focus on him. There he is, look. And this little chap on the end, he's a happy little chappy, this one on the end here. Happy little chappy, and then we've got the tiny ones. I do also know that when I cut them off, there will be no paint underneath. Because there was no way I could hold these and paint them.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Well, this guy here, obviously, as you can see, I did cut off there, and then I used my trusty blue tack on my painting handle and blue tacked him on. But then when I took him off, I only had to paint underneath him as well anyway, so it was a bit pointless really. So I thought I would attempt to leave these ones on and see, and then if it goes horrendously wrong, then I know not to do that again. So there you go. That was the thought process with that one.
No problem.
I'm going to have to take some of them off though, because I'm finding it a bit difficult to get in the back there to paint that guy, because teeny weeny little one's in the way. So my dear, it is 8 o'clock. What would you like to do?
So look at that. We're gonna call it a night, and then we're gonna go and put our feet up. It's been a busy day, and we'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And tomorrow I think that I am going to paint. Now I've got these things kind of a little bit more done. Axolotl and the Rhino Beetle. So tomorrow night I think I'm going to paint a little bit of my goblins for Bushido.
Ah, very good. So thank you very much. Thank you to all our regular viewers, and thank you to the Reaper Raiders that stuck around. We really, really appreciate it. We are only a little stream doing our little thing. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you again. If you come along again for one of our streams, that would be awesome.
Thank you,
Take
everyone.
care, everybody. Thank you very much.